the mods obviously has changed some of the modifiers and other aspects of the game. So we see Squiddy coming out with double Hormagaunts, probably going to be able to do really good against these scouts and tactical marines. High Tyrant capping the bottom and power point. Force Commander are going to try and probably going to come over here and support these tactical marines who are either going to not really doing anything actually, just idle at the moment, should probably be moving. Probably aim to cap this point over here. Squiddy's taking, while this is happening, Squiddy's been taking map control, getting his victory point up. Hasn't put any generators down yet. Hasn't got the resources for it, I don't think. I think he's waiting for something else, maybe a spore mine or a squad or something else perhaps. Is taking quite a bit of damage from these scouts. Scouts are going to go into combat. They do dive on the scout marines, but getting mashed up badly by these tactical marines, doing huge amounts of damage to his knockback as well. Nids haven't been changed. So they suck. They have the shotgun attack instead of the oh my god, those figures. That really isn't very good. Yeah, so like I said, NIDs weren't actually changed, well, they haven't been implemented properly, so you shouldn't expect too much from that. That's why these tactical marines are able to body up the entire squad of enemies. To really comment on this. Scouts are forced off there by the double Hormagaunts. You do take quite a bit of losses. Force Commander tries to knock back on the squads, but they do escape. Gonna have to get over there by the Hive Tyrant come after him again. Scouts over here capping the west side of the map. These Hormagaunts need to be very careful, need to get out of the retreat, immediately getting knocked down by the scout shotguns. Only down to one member. Or was it 4 members? What's the rest of the bar? You are back at base apparently. We do see a warrior brood out for Timid Force, upgraded for 4 members. So they have been maybe a bit changed in this. But Flame is doing huge amounts of damage to infantry squads. Imagine to take out a huge amount, and that squad is completely gimmicked by one Flame attack. Infantry obviously does need a bit of work. A bit of work was going to be added to this mod today. This Devastator squads, or tactical marine squads with a Devastator, needs to be careful running past that Hive Tyrant. Not going to be able to suppress the squad yet. Force Commander needs to get out of there, down to 120 hit points. Grenade thrown from the setup team onto the Hormagaunts so they can get a clean escape, but they're going to run head first into these Hormagaunts over here, running into base. Squiddy not focusing, needs to retreat, needs to get him out of here. Flamer goes down, squad's got to go down, and they do manage to escape with 24 hit points. Crazy. We do see Gene's leaders coming out for Squiddy, and ABC Warriors been upgraded scouts with shotguns. Not sure if they're on both scouts, one's also going with a shotgun, one's with a flamer. Heavy bottle coming out. be able to do quite a bit of damage to this Hive Tyrant, who does manage to escape out of it quite easily. And so far, not being able to see much from the Tyranid player. Obviously, they weren't chained, so they are at a disadvantage now that Tactical Marines can actually do something in close combat. Spike grenade thrown down there, killing the Devastator that threw it, but also one member of the Warrior Brood. Another member does go down to the Force Commander's Lightning Claws. And these scouts are going to need to be careful coming. Oh no, they're fine. Also, they need to be careful. There's an enemy coming after them, but I just realised in time map is blue again. These Hormagaunts capping around the map. And loads of Gene Stealers now appearing out. Force Commander's going to need to be careful as he's going against an entire army alone. Not sure if Skiddy's going to try and turn around and tie him up. These Hormagaunts need to jump on this Devastator team, stop them from doing humans a bunch of damage, but instead they focus the scouts, so I'm just going to run head first into that Devastator. Squad's is suppressed. Flamer going down on the entire squad. That's doing a lot of damage. They are knocked back by a grenade that's been thrown from the Devastators that are just going to run into them. This is a tactical Marine squad, by the way, so only one of the members has a setup team, has a setup weapon. And those Gene Stealers being completely forced off. Force Commander actually activating his battle cry. These Gene Stealers are going to go against these Assault Marines. Assault Marines need to be careful. They are jump infantry, but I'm not sure if in the elite mod they are only ranged destruction. They're not a melee dedicated squads. You need to be careful. Do manage to jump out there? Only escaping with one member. Gene Stealers completely shredding them up. Despite the fact that the scout shotguns were there to support. And they're going. Gene Stealers are dangerously now going to need to get out of there. They are huge in this mod. Look how big they are. It's ridiculous. They look different as well.
We are losing a supply point.
Warrior Brood's coming up to try and chase off these Tactical Marine squads. He's only down to 3 members out of their 4. I haven't seen a sergeant yet on them. Squiddy going for tier 2. And ABC Warrior not far behind, probably going to take up as soon as he's got the resources for it, and there he goes, taking up now. He's got an army, more than enough of an army to kind of deal with what the teams are throwing at him. So two of the scouts do go down. One goes down to a sinkhole, being chopped and stabbed in the abdomen by the Warrior Brood. These Hormagaunts need to be careful, need to get out of it, and they are getting out of it. Upgraded with 12 models, and Gene Stealers with 10. Completely different. I think in the Elite mod they only have 6. I think it is 6 or 8 models. They do still go invisible when standing still. It allows him to infiltrate. Force Commander still has his Lightning Claws and is wearing armor of sealed. Artificial armor was crafted for the campaign, blah blah blah. Gives him health, so basically it's a new name for artificial armor. Artificial armor. Rending Talons activated on these, upgraded on these Warrior Brood. Force Commanders need to be very careful. We're into a whole group of them. Flamers do come in, but the Devastators managed to set up. heavy weapons and matches up. And the squad of Hormagaunts is dangerously low, needs to retreat out of there. Genesians do come in to try and support, but that Force Commander and Assault Marine is going to do huge amounts of damage to them, disrupting them around the map. This Tactical Marine squad does get tied up, throwing a grenade into the centre of them, tries to finish off that Genesian brood, and it does go down. Knockback from the death of the Warriors does kill it in the end, and this squad is dangerously low. Space Marines managing to really own these engagements.
There is no glory in pointless defeat. Squad reinforcement complete.
Scout, a lone scout over here by himself, probably away from his squads, getting engaged by the Hive Tyrant, does manage to take him down. Rest of the Warrior Brood is going to come over, try and cap the map back. Devastate is up in the centre while that's happening. Keep forgetting that Devastate is actually Tactical Marine squad, just for heavy bow. Tactical Marine squad staying up in the middle. Going to do huge amounts of damage. Flamers are really powerful in this mod, and probably going to get looked at and balanced hopefully today, as I know that was going to be a part of the change. Marines upgraded with their sergeant, allowing them to have the Mercer Strike. There's his power sword and plasma pistol. Weapons actually do a lot more damage in this mod. For example, plasma pistols do increased damage to heavy marine squads, and it's a lot more apparent in this mod than it might have been in the other mods or in the retail version of the game. These lightning claws are extremely dangerous. Probably going to get another look at as well. Again, the Flame are doing huge amounts of damage to these to this Terminal Broods, and that Warrior is down to 15 hit points. Does manage to escape. I did say. And we do see a Dreadnought finally coming out for the squads, and that's probably going to seal the deal. And that's what I'm going to seal the deal now for this one. Flamers have increased ability strength against buildings in this mod, while normal range fire doesn't really do that much. So if you do want to try and destroy generators, you will need anti-building map. And we do say a heavy bolter, twin heavy bolters, combi bolter on this dreadnought. Doesn't suppress, but does do really good damage against infantry. And that's actually a new upgrade on this mod. Probably the safer thing for him to do probably would have been to burn this generator farm instead of having to try and cap it back. But we do see a charge coming in, charging on knockback, knocking back the entire squad. And we see a Khan effect coming out for Squiddy, probably going to be trying to deal with this Dreadnought. Dreadnought's alone, didn't keep his melter gun, multi-melter, so he's probably going to lose. Oh, probably should lose in close combat to this Khan effects. He's actually either scaled up or scaled down. Scouts try and come in to support. Assault Marines upgraded with their power fist, going to help. Jumping on top of this melee blob. Hive Tyrant hasn't got any upgrades on him at the moment, but is doing power and melee damage.